that is fine. The financial glitch is off. So if you have someone that is subscribed to us on YouTube and that's how easy they can join us, please send them the link and tell them we are back on YouTube. Okay, so we are back on YouTube. For those who like to join us on YouTube, tell your friends we are back and they can join us on YouTube. And I know that they can hear very well. If you're on YouTube, let me know if you can hear. So, like I was saying earlier, partnership involves two or more people trying to achieve a business growth, trying to grow and triumph in business for a common goal to make profits. If I have a business idea, like I was saying earlier, and I don't have the financial resources to kickstart that business, and I have a trustworthy person, it could be a company, it could be an individual, it could be more than one individual that loves my business proposal and they think that, oh, we can do this business together. You have the skills, I have the resources, let us do it together. Then what do you guys do? You both come together, make an agreement on how it is going to be. How are we going to run it? What is your role? It must be well spelled out so that there's no problem. What is your role in this business? How are you going to, fund this business? How are we going to do it in terms of labor? Do I do the services? Are you going to do the marketing? So everything that involves partnership has to be spelled out well. That is where the agreement terms comes in. If you do not put your do's and your don'ts, if you do not cross your I's and dot your T's, there's going to be problem in the long run, because this person will say, I'm the one doing all the work. How come you are enjoying the profits? So it is good for there to be an agreement. An agreement is very necessary in partnership. Adenike said there is ideas, or there are ideas, but no capital business ideas will die. Yes, if you have an idea and you have someone that can, come to you guys can learn together on the terms. Okay, I have this business idea. You look at your niche, you look at your environment, you look at the business, you look at ways to increase that business. Okay, I will be doing this, you will be doing that. I do the production, you take the business to the field, you do the marketing, we'll do this together. How are we going to share the profit? Is it going to be 50-50? Which account will the money be going into? When we have a client pay, so you must be able to have that agreement. Where there is no agreement, there's going to be wahala. I'm telling you, there is going to be wahala. There is going to be wahala. So guys, having that mutual agreement is key when it comes to partnership in business. Please, guys, if you've not started following us on YouTube, I will encourage us to follow us on YouTube. Watch our YouTube videos. Next edition is going to be all on YouTube, and that show is being sponsored by a friend. So invite your friends to follow us on YouTube, because it's not going to be on Facebook. The person wants it on YouTube. So I will encourage us to follow also go pay on YouTube. Next edition is a sponsored live show, but it's going to be on YouTube. After the show, we will upload it on Facebook. But if you want to partake or enjoy the plate of food or the little token our sponsor is going to be giving out to, give us lunch or dinner after the show, please, we encourage you to follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and join us for our next live show, because it's going to be on YouTube. So thank you very much. Okay, let's move ahead. Do you think that partnership has its pros and its cons? What are some disadvantages? What are some of the disadvantages that we might encounter when it comes to partnership? Partnership has its pros and its cons. If it is not well stated, if you are thinking about going to partnership with someone in a business and you do not state it clearly, if your pros and your cons, the do's and the don'ts, if it is not well stated in your agreement plan, there's going to be a big problem. There's going to be trouble. There's going to be trouble. So, what do you think might go wrong in partnership if it is not well stated? What do you think will be some of the disadvantages in partnership? For those of you who are engaging, I am very grateful. I'm seeing people engaging. And like I said, we have 5 winners for today's show. So 5 people are going to get a lucky 5,000 naira for today. I see Chienre, you have been very, you have been participating really good, and we appreciate that. So we have Chienre, we have Adenike for today. Those 2 people, I see your comments and I see your contributions. Also Amaka. So the 3 of you are on our list for the first 3 lucky winners for today's show. And those of you who are sharing and inviting your friends, I am very grateful as well. Okay, so what are some of the problems, or what do you think can go wrong if partnership is not, if there's there's no agreements, there's no explicit detail of who does what can go wrong? Guys, let's use our hands on the comment section, because I'm reading your comments, I'm adding to your comments, and that is what I'm looking at. So guys, let's talk. It's a very interactive section today. Today's section is very interactive. Okay, today's section is very interactive, and I want that interaction to keep flying on the air. What do you think can go wrong in partnership if there is no detailed, agreement, or if there's no detailed explanation of what to do? What do you think can go wrong? If you are watching us on YouTube, I would like to see your comments as well, because from those comments, I'm able to, expatiate on what you have in mind. So if you're watching us on YouTube, good to have you on the show. Please, can you comment as well? Good to have you here, Joy. Thank you for joining us. Don't just act on I sabi I sabi this person wahala. Make sure everything is legally documented. Thank you, Esther. Signed by all parties involved. Signed by all parties involved. That is the agreement we are talking about. Partnership is one thing I would encourage in business, because sometimes we have good business ideas. Okay? But if we don't have the resources for going into that business, is that enough reason not to go into business? What do you think? I have a business idea. Okay? I have a business idea. So guys, let's look at it this way. I have a business idea, okay? But I don't have the resources to go about that business. Should I go into that business or should I not go into that business? Okay, Benjamin, you're on YouTube. Good to have you. What do you think? If you've not shared this link and invited your friends, guys, that is not good. Our views for today needs to be very on point, like it usually is, so people can learn. That is the idea. Also go pay business growth, business strategies, and I would want us, okay, to involve our friends so they can learn. So I have a business idea. Do you think that business idea should die because I do not have the resources for that? Joy saying everyone will want to be the boss and no one wants to listen to each other. Yes, everyone would want to be a boss if there's no explicit agreement of the terms in a business. So I'm asking us this question. Do you think partnership in business is a good idea? What do you think? Do you think partnership in business is a good idea? Adenike, you said no. When you say no, what are you trying to say? You don't like partnership, or you don't like partnership? Or why did you say no? Partnership has its advantage and its disadvantage, yes. But as a person, I'm asking us the question. I have a business idea. How can someone start a business without having a capital? Yes. That's why we're talking about partnership. There's every tendency that you have a business knowledge, right? You have an idea about a business. You have done all your researches. You have written down your business plan. You have a business proposal. You have done all, and you have seen that this business will have a good prospect, right? But you do not have the resources. Abitoye, you do not have the resources to start this business, but you have done all your researches. You have done your business plan. You have checked the niche. You have checked your environment. You have checked the profit margin. You have done everything. And you see that this business is a good one. Would you say because you do not have a capital, then you don't start the business? Okay? I do not have a capital, but I have a business idea. Would you die with the business idea, or would you engage other people that have the resources? You have the idea, somebody has the manpower. If you're thinking about using something electricity, somebody says, okay, I have a big gen we could start with. Somebody say, I have the finance we could start with. Somebody saying, I have the IT technology. I can do all the flyers. I can go on social media. I have a very good reach when it comes to social media. So our business would grow. Somebody saying, I have the shop that we can use. My father's compound, there's this store. Nobody's using it. I can provide the space for the business. So Abitoye, I'm asking you, you have the business idea, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people that have other things to make this business work. So I'm asking us, do you think that that business idea should die with you, or are you going to involve other partners, okay, to kickstart the business? After you guys have come together, you've had series of meetings, you have drawn out everything. What is to be done? Who does what? Where does the payment go to? When the payment comes, what is the profit? How do we share it? Who is the spokesperson for this business? That's the only way. Joy was saying everybody's talking. Everything is spelled out. So you know who is the front man in this business? Who is always on the face or facing the camera? Who is always going for meetings, and when we are in meeting, this is the person that speaks. When they ask questions, this is the person that answers the question. So I'm asking Abitoye, would you rather die with a business idea, or would you rather involve other partners or bring in partnership into the business idea to make it grow? So what is your take? Once you have your fund, do it alone. Yes, you can do it alone if you have all the resources. But today, we are talking about what? Partnership in business. If you have all the resources, there's no qualms. You can do it all by yourself to avoid any futuristic trouble. But I'm asking you, if you do not have all the resources to make a business grow, do you think partnership is a good idea? Benjamin said, no, it should not die. We can consider partnership, but the agreement terms has to be detailed, or has to be there. There has to be an agreement term. If I have capital, I rather do my business alone, because our Black people here, I understand. Partnership is not a bad idea, my people. Partnership is not as bad as some of us think it is. It has its disadvantage, it has its advantage, okay? But the bottom line is, we can be in partnership when it comes to business. Because partnership has both an advantage and its disadvantage. At the same time, doing your business yourself also has advantages and disadvantages. We've always talked about discipline, consistency in business, right? Those are advantages. If you do not discipline yourself well enough, if there is no consistency when it comes to your business, do you know your business can crash? That's a disadvantage. So in everything, that concerns business, business growth, business whatever, there's what? An advantage, and there is also what? A disadvantage. So being able to put everything together in detail also enhances business growth. Okay? So business growth is not tied to partnership. At the same time, business growth or business ideas should not die because there is no resources to embark on that business. Let me give us an example. If you have been to Balogun before, please let me hear you say I have in the comment section. If you live in Lagos and you go to Lagos Island a lot, that's Balogun, Mandalas, all those markets where you have a lot of wholesalers in there. Let me hear you in the comment section. I have been there. I have been to Balogun. I have been here. Yes. So while I was in Lagos, Mandalas and Balogun Market was my to go regularly because I do a lot of auto geles, a lot of turbans. I go get fabric for people in diaspora back then. I will make some boo styles. I would do a lot of things. I had a shop. I was doing frozen food. I have a provision part of it and everything. So Balogun, Lagos Island, I was into a lot of things back then. Do you know that when you get to Balogun, I have been there before. Yes, thank you. If you are one person that consistently visit Balogun, Mandalas, Lagos Island, around that Leventis UBA axis, you will see that it didn't really dawn on me until I was getting myself ready for today's show. And partnership is a big thing in that place. Ask me how. Yes, Adenike, you've been to Balogun. There are a lot of people in that store. If you enter Balogun market, you will see a lot of people dragging you. They have samples of what they sell. It could be fabric, less material, whatever it is, shoes. They will be shoving it in your face. Ah, madam, 5,000 naira for this shoe. Ah, I get them for different colors. Madam, you dey look this one. By the time you pick interest in what they are selling, it could be a shoe, it could be a lace fabric, it could be anything they are selling. You ask them how much. You go tell them, say, I don't want black, I want green. I get them for my store. These people do what? They not take you from the road. Mind you, they are always on the road, shoving these things they are selling into your eyes to get your attention to love what they sell. By the time you pick interest in what they sell, what do? They take you to the shop where there is varieties of goods and services, fabric or shoe or bobo is in that store. Mind you, watch out. Are they the owners of the store? No. In the true sense of it, those guys on the street advertising a particular product are not the owners of those products. So what would you call that? That is partnership. What are they doing? They are trying to help the wholesaler or the owner of that business to sell. And watch out. When they take you to that store, they leave you there with the true owner of that store back to the streets to get the next customer. That is partnership. Those guys on the streets do not have the resources to pay for a shop in Balogun. Back then, having a shop in Balogun, Leventis, Mandalas, runs into millions of naira. They cannot afford it. So they have become the salesman to that owner of that business. And they get commissions for every goods they sell. That is partnership. I bet you, I kid you not, they would have agreed with the owner of the store. Okay, for every customer I bring, you give me 5,000 naira. Do you know that those guys can go home a day, if business is good, with more than 50,000 naira a day? I have someone that was selling for somebody else. The money she was making in a day. Another example, you say partnership. That guy does not have money to do a business, but he's into business and is making resources. I have somebody here that is into barbecue, does samosa, does everything. I am a good person when it comes to marketing. I have a friend that wants to do a naming ceremony. I have a friend that wants to do a big wedding, and I go and do marketing. I'm into catering, but in the recent of it, I do not really cater. I have people that does the cooking. So I get the business deal. Maybe the business runs into 2 million naira. And I go to Smoking. I need 50 plates of samosa. I need 10 coolers of jollof rice. I need chicken and do that. How much will you charge? Smoking charges me 1 million naira. Is that what you are charging me to do all of this? I'm going to be supervising you and make sure, okay, don't worry, I'm bringing a bus to carry the food when it is done. I go to the person that is doing a business, that is doing a wedding. I get the contract of 5 million naira. I outsource the contract. Is that not partnership? I am partnering with Smoke King to supply me goods and services for a wedding, which I have collected 5 million naira. But I'm outsourcing it and I'm paying women. That is partnership. Smoke King does not know what I have done in a way. That is a type of partnership. So there are different types of partnership. I mentioned the one that happens in Mandalas, Lagos Island. That is a kind of partnership. I'm not putting my money. I'm only helping somebody sells goods and get commission. I am partnering with that person. I'm not renting a store. You are the owner of the goods. I'm only helping you market the goods and I get commission for that. That is partnership. I go and do marketing. I go to a big company and say, okay, you guys are doing a Christmas party. I can cater for this event. Oh, really? How much will you charge? I charge them 10 million naira. I partner with somebody that is into catering and I outsource the job. That is a kind of partnership. So there are different kinds of partnership. Okay? You have any question? Let me see it on the comment section. Thank you very much. Yes, there are different kinds of partnership. Partnership that does not involve us putting money together. It just involves me doing the marketing to sell somebody else's product and I get commission for it, like the ones that happen in Mandalas. Or I say I'm into catering. I do business cards. I'm a caterer. I am this. I am that. But in the recess of it, when I get the contract, I outsource it to somebody else that does it. That is what? Partnership. I am partnering with that person that really does the services. You cook the food, I pay you for it. I collect my commission, I pay you for your services. I carry my markets, I go and deliver. That is partnership. While other kinds of partnership, we are all coming together, a group kind of partnership. We are all doing this business together. That is the kind of partnership that warrants that you put down your terms of contract. Terms of contract. You're asking at what stage does a partnership end? Partnership does not have to end. If there is a mutual agreement of terms and conditions, you have said, this is how we do it. I have the skills. I have the business idea. I have the resources. If you are doing a partnership that involves everybody coming together, it doesn't have to end. If you guys have a mutual agreement, if you guys have a deal-ted agreement, it doesn't have to end. If you have a partner and you guys spell out everything well, there won't be a problem. And another thing is, know who you are going into partnership with. Knowing who you are going with partnership with. Some people can be so mean when the business starts growing. So knowing who you are going into partnership with is key. Knowing who you are trusting is key. The thing is, trust yourself. Sometimes we look at other people as the problem when it comes to partnership. What about you? Can you be trusted? There was a live show we had and we talked about trust when it comes to business, that somebody can actually trust you that if I order for this thing, I am getting this thing. That is where trust comes in. So when it comes to business growth and business partnership, you have to be trusted. If you are trusted, B is trusted, C is trusted, then we will have a good flow of business growth in partnership without the partnership ending. Here in the US, I have used a lot of examples back in Nigeria. Here in the US, people go into partnership when it comes to real estate, because I can't do a real estate myself. For example, it's expensive. So you see companies coming together. That's a type of partnership. Companies coming together to own this big property, build apartments, start renting it out. That is a type of partnership that involves other companies coming together, board of directors, you know. So will you tell me that will end? That will not end. So different kind of partnership, different kind of terms and conditions, different types of agreement. Thank you, Chiri. Different kind of people come into partnership. Companies do partnership. Niniola, good to have you here. Companies go into partnership. So partnership can involve between two people, between companies, between boards, between more than one person. Partnership can also involve a person partnering with a wholesaler, like the one that happened in Mandalas. Go there, take their goods, help them sell, return their money, they give you the commission. Or I bring people to your store, they patronize you, you give me my commission, like what happens on in Lagos Island and all those places. So you have to know the kind of partnership you are going into. Am I partnering with just a friend? Thank you, Olawale. Thank you. Am I partnering with a company? Am I partnering with this person that is an wholesaler, and I'm taking the person's goods and going to sell on the street, because people are always passing the streets, but the person's shop is inside the market. So you have to know the kind of partnership you are going into. Amaka, I'm going to use you as an example. Amaka is into amala, flour, and all of those things. To make semo, you need materials, right? I don't know. You might need yam, you might need plantain, you might need cassava to make gari. You might need all of those things. But Amaka does not have a farm to farm for cassava or yam. Amaka does not have the manpower to get all the materials. So what does Amaka do to get a finished product? She goes to someone that sells dried yam, dried plantain, dried this. What Amaka does is the finished product of yam, the finished product of plantain, the finished product of gari. That is what Amaka, that is Amaka's skills. That's Amaka's business idea. Amaka does not have acres of land to really grow the natural product she needs to make all of these things. So Amaka needs a vendor, or Amaka needs someone that will supply her dried plantain, dried yam to make what? The finished product of semo that she can sell to me. But Amaka has this idea, but Amaka does not have a resources, or Amaka does not have capital to buy bag of yam, bag of plantain. These are expensive. So what does Amaka do? Amaka goes to the person that sells this thing. Madam, I have this idea. I want to be selling the finished product of all of these materials that you are selling. Can I get a bag of dried plantain? When I finish selling, give me 2 weeks. I will bring the money. Now, trust is in the picture, right? Remember, I mentioned trust. The lady that has all these materials Amaka needs for that business will now build a trust to say, oh, okay, I know I know you're a good person. You know God. You go to see some of the things that people trust us with. Do you trust yourself? So this lady trusts Amaka, gives Amaka the bags of product for Amaka to sell, right? Amaka takes the dried yam, take it to the machine, blends it, and starts selling. In 2 days, Amaka is done selling alubon. Amaka takes the woman's money, gives it to the woman, right? Take the profits. What would you call that? That is partnership. It is a kind of partnership. So Amaka is now building her profits. She's taking somebody else's goods, she's selling the goods, and she's building a business for herself. Also go pay. Also go pay. And God will bless our sponsors. That is a kind of partnership. So you must now have the idea of what you want to do. Look around you. I do not have the capital to do this. Where can I go to get the materials I need for this business adventure? Because I have this business. Agnes, welcome on the show. You know, every time I see you, I'm happy. Agnes just opened a shop. Just like yesterday, she started planting flour. She just had a grand opening, opened a shop, and now she's doing plantain chips. She's doing potato. She's doing granite. She's doing chin chin. She's doing everything. She didn't start like that. Agnes does not have a plantation to grow plantain. She buys the plantain from somewhere. Agnes goes to this person. I almost miss my favorites. You know, I love you, right? Agnes, good to have you here. That's one person I've seen grow. And every time I go on Facebook and I see her, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So, Agnes, God will bless you. You also will pay. So Agnes goes to someone. She goes to those aboki that sells potato. Mind you, she's in the northern part. She goes to those person that sells bags of plantain. And Agnes say, ah, Megida, I want to be selling this potato, but trust me, give me 10 bags of this. I will return your money in 2 days. Megida trusts Agnes. Agnes does not grow potato. She does not have a farm. She takes the potato from this Megida, this aboki, goes and do processing, blend the potato, blend the plantain, and sells the finished goods in her shop. That is partnership. Agnes is partnering with that aboki to get the materials, to do the finished product and sell. So, guys, don't tell yourself that I do not have resources to start a business plan you have in your head. Sit down, ask yourself, what is this business idea that I have? I do not have the money, but is there a way I can meet with somebody that can give me the resources? Can I partner with this person? Can this person trust me to partner with me to get the materials to do the goods? Or do I partner with this person to do it together? So, if you can partner with somebody that you have known over the years and there is no trust issue, you both trust yourself. Who says partnership is not a blessing? I have a business idea. I do not have money to go and buy the materials to do the business. There is somebody I know that has the materials, and the person, I have known this person. I can go to an agreement and say, every week I will bring your money. Just give me these goods. The person say, okay, I trust you. The person gives you those goods. You start production and you start selling. Is that not a business adventure? Is that not a business growth? In this year 2025, we will not die with our business idea. If you can hear me, say amen. If you're on the live show and you can hear me, say amen. Also, go pay. God bless our sponsors. We cannot afford to die with our business idea because of lack of capital, lack of manpower, lack of resources, or lack of anything. We must look around and look at people that we can go into partnership with to make our also pay. The brain behind this channel, the brain behind this concept, also go pay, is to make us grow in business, is to increase our business ideas, is to make us grow in partnership. So the bottom line is applying a foundation for a strong partnership. Don't say, I will not go into business because I do not have the resources. Tell me what business idea you have. If you have a business idea in the comment section, please say it. Or if you want to send it to me privately, that is fine. If you have a couple of business ideas and you do not know how to go about it, please state it in the comment section. We can talk about it. So the idea of saying, I have this business idea, Abitoye, I hope you are learning. I hope you understand what I'm saying. You have to have the idea. The idea is the foundation. Then, looking at these ideas, Sister Faith, you may have known I have an NGO also. Okay, that is good. Courageous Youth Initiative. That's a good one, Benjamin. If you have that business idea, okay, and you've drawn all your plans out, look around you. How am I going to achieve this business idea? I have only 100,000, but I want to do this, I want to do that. What do? I do not have all the resources. Look around you. Is there someone that will be willing to go into partnership with me in terms of I take the person's goods to sell, I return the money, I told her some time ago, my mom had a shop back in Saple, and she used to sell ogbono, egusi, and all those things. There are people, when she comes from market like that, she sells in bags. People will come to us and buy these pent buckets of ogbono. They cannot buy and pay. When they buy those buckets, they will now go to the roadside. Like I have those people at Mandalas, and they'll be selling in cups, like small quantity, and be grind for customers. When they finish selling, they will come to our shop. They will pay my mom. That is partnership, guys. That is partnership. I never thought about it until now. They will pay my mom for the paint buckets that they bought. They will take another one. They will go to the road again and start buying small quantities of people that want to cook small soup, bachelors, married women. Because if I'm a married woman, you don't expect me to go to market and buy one bucket of ogbono. What do I want to do with it? I will buy milk cup or dairy and go and cook. So those people are now, they want to go people for retailers. They come to us, the wholesalers, buy lot of ogbono, come and pay my mom, take another one. In a day, they keep coming, they keep coming, they keep coming. Over the years, my mom trusted these people, and she will give them. After some days, they will return her money, they will go again. So laying that foundation for a strong partnership is key. Is somebody learning from me this evening or this morning? Is somebody learning from me this morning? Somebody has a POS machine. Adenike has a POS machine. Some of us, we want to do POS. We might not have the money to buy a POS machine. Adenike is a teacher, right? I'm just giving us insight. Some of these things, when I come on live, it's not because I have gone to, these things are coming from my head. That's why sometimes I go back to rewatch this show. I don't have this programmed somewhere that I'm talking. I'm speaking from my heart because that's how much passion I have when it comes to business. All these examples I have made today, I did not write it as a script. As I'm speaking, it is coming from my heart because I love business. So Adenike, for example, she's into POS. She's a teacher, right? Adenike stays in the school teaching her pupils or her students for like 8 hours. While she's teaching, she's not doing her POS because her POS cannot be in the school while she's teaching. She has to give that 8 hours of class time to her students because she's being paid to teach. I want to do POS, but I am not a teacher. I do not have money to buy POS machine, but I know Adenike has a POS machine. I go to Adenike. Adenike, you are my friend. I want to do POS. I do not have money to buy POS machine. Can I use your POS machine while you are in school teaching? For every transaction I make, I give you 1%. POS is making money these days in Nigeria. Somebody is withdrawing 100,000. From that 100,000, you have a profit of, I don't know the profit, maybe 3,000, 2,000 naira. Adenike, from that profit I make, because Adenike will see your transaction, I will give you 200 naira. Adenike is in school teaching. Somebody else is using Adenike's POS machine. The person is in partnership with Adenike, guys. So Adenike is not totally running out. Adenike can make 1,000 naira while she's teaching because somebody else is using a POS and giving her a commission of 1%. Is that not partnership? Guys, that is partnership. That is partnership. Is somebody learning this morning or this evening? If you are learning, let me know. Am I going too fast? Am I giving you something that will make your business grow in this 2025? Our also has to pay. But before our also pay, we have to sit down and put 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and together to make things work. Okay, so partnership involves different things. Partnership is not only tied to monetary aspect. Partnership is me using my expertise and you using your skills to make money. To make money. I gave us an example sometime back in Abraka while I was in school. I do not have a phone. Then GSM just came out and per minute call was making money. Per minute call was making money. What did I do? My friend had, then it was a Samsung. Samsung was raining that people could see how many minutes. I went to this friend, spoke with this friend. Let's do a phone booth business. We are in class learning. We got someone, because then in Abraka, at the gate, you will see different tables. People are doing corn. Yes. Agnes said, I run PS on my site, on my in my shop, and I make approximately 4K on a daily basis. So maybe Agnes in her shop, she opens her shop at 9 and she closes at 6. If Agnes is selling chips, she's making POS. She's making money. Do you know that another partnership you can do with Agnes is Agnes does not sell drinks in her shop, right? Agnes, you can start making zobo. Put a little table on the chair and you are including that to it. Or somebody else goes to Agnes. Agnes, I know you're into all these things, but please, I want to be bringing kunu to your shop. I will stay while you are open till while you are closed. The person brings cold kunu and cold zobo. I buy a pack of chin chin from Agnes. Agnes does not sell drink. Oh. That person is partnering with Agnes, selling what? Kunu and zobo in a cooler, seated there. She's not paying shop rent. Oh. So these are partnership, guys. If I'm speaking the truth and you love it, give me a thumbs up. Don't just listen and don't comment. I'm giving you these tips for free, things that will make our also pay. If you're actually enjoying this section, please state it in the comments. Give me a like. Share this link so that people can come and enjoy as well. Because that is partnership. Partnership does not have to be in a detailed agreement that we are getting a lawyer. Partnership can be somebody trusting you with their goods, or you are using somebody else's materials to do a business for yourself and making a profit out of it and returning the person's money, or you are sharing a percentage of your ideas and you are making good money. So in this year 2025, tell yourself, my also go pay. Put it in the comment section. It is what you speak that comes to life. Tell yourself, my also go pay. Put it in the comment section. If you don't want to do partnership, you don't want to do an agreement, all these things I have said, is there a legal agreement? The only agreement is you going to the person that has the services and the person is trusting you with their goods, right? And if somebody trusts you with their goods and you default or you break that trust, may it not take extra grace from God to build you back. The problem we have most times in Nigeria is trust issues. The problem we have in Nigeria, that's the thing, trust. People get to the point of being so selfish and greedy that you want to eat my own money. Eat the profit and die with it. Mm-mm. If you can gain trust, you will go far in business. You will go far in business. So I have said a lot. Tell me what you have learned so that other people can, those who are just joining, can see what we are learning. Thank you, Benjamin. So that is partnership. So partnership involves a multi-directional or multi ways of doing things. So whatever kind of partnership you are thinking of going into, based off on all I have explained today, you can pick one of them and run with it. Okay? Because you can't afford to say, I will not do a business because I do not have money. Write your business plan. Write your niche. Write everything you need to grow in that business and look around you. Who can I get these services from? Who can I get these services from? How can I get these materials to sell? That is it. Partnership in business. Partnership. Amaka, I understand you. Partnership in business in Nigeria can be dangerous, but I just said a lot of things that we can go into partnership with. If you are looking at the dangerous side of it, the disadvantage side of it, what about the advantage that comes with it without having something that is dangerous? Okay, so let's always look at the bright side of life. Look at the other ways or the other things I have talked about, because our also has to pay. But before our also go pay, we have to look at other things. You can't say, I have a business idea and die with it. Even God will be angry with you because God has given you an idea. The thing is looking at those ideas and running with it, because there is power in complementary skills. There is power in complementary skills. I have this skill. You do not have this skill. Let us do it together. doing it. Your husband, some of us were in partnership with our spouse. Our husband has to knows how to make fish roll. After he has made it, what do? We carry the fish roll and go and sell. Is that not partnership? As a wife, will you be that greedy that when you sell 1,000 naira, you come and tell your husband you sold 200? Your husband trusts you, right? And you also trust yourself to deliver everything you have sold. That is partnership between husband and wife. That is a complementary manpower, a complementary skill. Okay? So I am a good business person. Let me use myself. I love business. I told us I'm into catering. I can do. My husband is Igbo, but he's not like jiggy jiggy when it comes to business like I do. So when my husband goes for a business meeting or a meeting for other things, and they say, we're planning to have this event. We need somebody to cater. He introduces my business. Have you tried Chifa Food before? Chifa Food, you can deliver the food. Chifa Food has a good catering service. Chifa Food has good setting. We will set the stage. This is the picture of Chifa Food. And it partners, that's the partnership. It comes to me, say, okay, we are having this event with my friends. We need to cater for 1,000 people. It's going to be a big. Isn't me and my husband into partnership? That's the kind of partnership. So partnership can involve you and your spouse. It can be between two friends. It can be between a company, like I earlier said. Partnership can be between board of directors. It could be between two companies. It could be between a number of people. But the bottom line of today's section is building trust. Trust yourself. The problem is we do not trust ourselves, and trusting others becomes difficult. Okay? So partnership increases credibility. I hope we are taking notes. Partnership increases credibility. Credibility in the sense that you become responsible for something. Some of us during the course of our business, we do things haphazardly. But when we are into partnership, we become conscious of the fact that I can't afford to lie. I can't afford to cheat. I can't afford to be anything less because this person trusts me, that person trusts me. So partnership builds credibility. It makes you credible for your actions. Knowing fully well that if I lie, this business will go down because this person trusts me. So you must always know that if you are going into partnership, this person needs me to survive. I also need that person to survive. That is where credibility comes in. Okay, so partnership also makes business grows faster. If you want to go into partnership, look at it in this way, that it makes business grow faster. Because one person is making the puff puff, somebody else is carrying it to go and sell for those children. The person is making it, somebody else is carrying it to go and sell. At the end of the day, where you would have made one basket of flour, you are making a bag because somebody is just there doing production. The other person is just there selling. It makes business grows faster. So if you're looking at going into partnership, you have to weigh the advantage and the disadvantage. Know who you are going into partnership with. Write out your do's, your don'ts. Let the contract be very explicit. Let everybody understand their roles. Let everybody understand their roles. Okay? So do we have any questions? Any questions for partnership is trust? Niniola, partnership is indeed trust. You have to trust the person you are going into partnership with. Otherwise, things can go wrong. I have said a lot this morning. Tell me what you have learned. Partnership has a huge lot of advantage. And sometimes I really look at the little part of disadvantage because it gives us the room to assess resources. No, I said it earlier on. If you are looking at partnership, you do not have the resources, somebody else has the resources, you have an access to resources already. So you are partnering with that person that has the resources, and you are only using your skills to implement that person's resources, and you have a business, and there's a business growth. I want to make meat pie. I do not have money to buy a bag of flour. I have someone that sells baking things. I go there, I take flour, I take everything I need to make the meat pie, right? And I start making that meat pie. I finish selling the meat pie. I take the money for the flour that I taking for that person, I pay that person, I take more flour. So that is partnership. Me partnering with someone that has the resources to make a product and I sell. At the same time, what I have access to the resources to make a business. So I'm not idle. I'm not sitting down, dying with my business idea. Okay, so that is all what we've been talking about. I have a business idea. I do not have the resources to implement this idea. What do? I go to someone who has the resources for this idea. Take the materials I need, start making production, start frying the puff puff, start making the meat pie, start making the plantain flour. I go and sell this finished product. I'm done selling. I return this person's money for the resources or the goods I have purchased. I take another goods, go and make the finished product, sell it, and go back. So is that not a business growth? Is that not, that is partnership? And that is also a business growth. You are not dying with your ideas. I have learned that to have trust, yes, we have to have trust. When it comes to partnership, you are thinking of going into partnership with somebody, you first tell yourself, in this agreement, I will not be the one to break it. So you have to trust yourself and having someone else too that you can trust. Partnership is trust. And I see everyone doing very good. I see us excelling in this 2025 with our business. But having a business idea, the bottom line is let's not die with our business ideas because we do not have resources. Look around you. There's someone who you can get those resources from. So the thing is knowing where to go to enhance that business growth, knowing that partnership bridge to climb to achieve that business growth. So, what are the advantages of partnership? What do you think is the advantage of partnership? Adenike has said that trust is the main thing in partnership. Okay, so what is that advantage of partnership? I've learned that partnership gives me access to resources. I do not have the resources. If I partner with somebody else that has the resources, I could go get the resources, the materials, implement my production, and grow in my business. Okay. What else have you learned today? We're about to wrap up. What have you learned from today's show? I've learned that partnership makes my business grow faster. Okay, Niola is asking a question. Sis, is it good to borrow to start a business? What do you think? I want to start a business, but I do not have the resources and I go and borrow. So when you say borrow, do you mean borrowing money or borrow materials to start a business? So, because there are different kinds of borrowing. You can also trust your partner and at the end, and at the time, be vigilant. Yes. Yes. So let me hear from us. Someone is asking a question. Is it good to borrow to start a business? So if I'm going to ask you before I answer your question, what are you looking at borrowing? Is it borrowing money, borrowing resources, or what kind of borrowing to start a business? If you can afford borrowing, somebody's advising you, avoid it. If you can avoid to do a business without borrowing, avoid it. Why? If she says start from where you are. I'm always an advocate of start from somewhere. If you have 50,000 naira and you want to start a business of cooking food, for example, you can start with small derica of rice. You can start from somewhere. That is in terms of borrowing money. Okay, there are other times you want to start a business and you have a mallam in your compound that sells meat. So borrowing can be monetary and resources. So if I have a mallam that sells meat and I want to go into cooking business, I do not have money to buy meat, but I have money to buy other things. Rice, I have tomatoes, I have maggi, I have all the resources to cook the rice, but there's no money for the meat. And I go to the mallam. Mallam, I want to cook food and say, when I finish selling, I will bring your money. And mallam asks you how much meat you want. You now tell the mallam, I want 1,000 naira meat. The Malam now trusts you. That's where trust still comes in. Oh, that is partnership. Oh, the Malam, the Aboki trust you, gave you meat to cook your stew. And after cooking, you did not return money to that Aboki. You have breached the contract of partnership or trust. So, borrowing to start a business could be monetary and also what? Resources. If you have an amount of money to start a business and you can start with what you have, avoid borrowing so that you know that at the end of this thing I sell, I make 5,000. It is my money, it is my gain. At the same time, I want to start a business. I do not have the resources to start a business, but I have someone that I can gain access to gaining the resources, the materials to start this business. And I go to that person. That is a kind of borrowing too. The person borrows you. You take rice, you take groundnut oil, you take everything, and you go and cook the food. And it happens that you did not make profits, but the money in which you cook the food with, you have the money. Okay, for example, I'm doing a cooking business. I want to do a cooking business, right? I do not have money, but I have a neighbor that sells rice, groundnut oil, Maggi, everything to cook. The neighbor sells it. She sells frozen food. I can take chicken. And everything the neighbor gave me is 20,000 naira. I collect everything, cook the food. After selling the food, I make the 20,000 naira. What do? Take that 20,000 naira, go and pay that money. Collect. At that point, you've not made profit, oh, right? But mind you, the money you use, the capital that you use in making that, doing that business, you got the capital. Please, let's be held accountable this year, 2025. Take that capital, the 20,000 naira that person gave you goods of, go and pay. Give the person the money. The person will say, you keep to your word, right? The person will give you another goods. Maybe this time, if you take 1 derica of rice, you might increase it to 1.5 derica. Now, you have seen where you made mistake. Maybe you were serving the rice too much. That is why you did not make profit. What now happens? Now you have learned from your mistake. You take goods again on credits from that person. You go and sell. You'll be surprised that the second time you are making 500 naira profit. Okay, now I'm learning from that business. You take the capital, return back to the person it gives you. The more you build that trust, the partnership with that person will grow, because one, there is not trust between you and that partner that you have access to their resources. And your business is thriving. From 5,000 naira, you are getting 10. It will get to a point that you have gotten so much interest from that business that you're no longer taking credit. You have built 5,000 naira, and before you know, your 5,000 naira has grown to 50,000 naira. The next time you go, you pay that person, you take the goods, you pay for the goods, and you go and say, now you know you are off credit. I am making profit and I am selling. So the bottom line of today's show is the kind of partnership, the ones you can go into, the ones that are more detailed, they need agreements, you need, but they must be trust. You must keep to your side of the deal. Okay? So partnership, some people have said it, advantages there, disadvantages there. Fine. But there's also a huge advantage that can come from partnership in business. The accessibility, the growth, the credibility. The more you are, more it gives you more responsibility. It increases your sale. And it also does not restrict you to what you have. I have an idea. I don't know how to achieve it. There's somebody else out there that can make you achieve it. Do I take advantage of it? Yes, you can take advantage of it. So partnership has its pros and its cons. At the same time, why not look at the cons, the advantages that is tied to partnership, and run with it? Okay, not only borrowing to start a business, but collecting on credits to sell. So the bottom line is, if you are borrowing, know what you are doing so that you do not run into debts and you can't pay off. So know what you are doing, weigh the options, look at what you are doing, look at your niche, look at the business idea, look at everything, have it all detailed out so that you actually know what you are doing. Does anyone have any questions? So we have 3 winners already. We have Amaka, we have Chinyere, we have Adenike. For today's show, you will do us well to send us your account details at the end of this show on Messenger, okay? And you will be credited. So our next show, please guys, do me this favor. The next show, our sponsor is going to have it on YouTube. So go to the link is on the comment section. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And our 2 weeks from now, the next Also Go Pay is going to be on YouTube. And we're going to have a sponsor for that show, that at the end of the show, we're going to get 5,000 naira, which could complement for our data or our plate of dinner for that evening, depending on where you're watching us from. So go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us likes, invite your friends, because it's going to be a very huge one, because we have a sponsor for it. So go rush to our YouTube channel at the end of this show, subscribe, and get ready for our next Also Go Pay, which is going to be a sponsored one. So that is our YouTube channel. So guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like all our live broadcasts, subscribe to it so that every time we go on live, you will get the notification. And it's going to be a sponsored show for our next Also Go Pay series, and it's going to be all of it is going to be on YouTube. So guys, I am asking you to invite your friend, invite somebody else to follow us on YouTube, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to give us a thumbs up. And I want all of you to be there. I want all of you to be there because it is a sponsored one. And also, I want to thank you all for joining our today's live show. Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you, Niniola. Thank you, Amaka. Thank you, Agnes. Thank you, Adenike. Thank you, Unduka. Thank you all for joining this show and for making Also Go Pay worth the while. I really appreciate all your comments. I appreciate your contribution. I appreciate your likes. I appreciate your love. And I appreciate you all. Also Go Pay is giving us a lot of platforms for us to grow our business. And I am looking up to everyone becoming that, business driven oriented mindset that I know that all I am learning from Also Go Pay, I'm actually applying them into my business growth. Am I consistent? Am I trustworthy? If somebody said, do this, do I do it without any prejudice or without any greed in my heart? Am I using IT, information technology, to grow my business? What is it that I am doing? What is it that I am not doing? Today, we have learned about partnership. Okay, I have a business idea. I don't want to die with this idea. I have to look around me. Faith has said a lot today about partnership. What kind of partnership do I want to go into? Do I want to get accessibility to resources? I use this product, sell off, get the profit, return it. What is it that you want to do in regards to your business, striving in this year 2025? If you are here on this platform, if you are here on this show, and you are actually not learning, I wonder what is going on. Because there is never a day we go on live that we do not have mind-blowing tips to make you grow in business. So I'm actually wondering what is going on. So guys, do me this favor today. Invite somebody to follow us on Facebook, to follow us on YouTube. Get people involved, because business is one thing in Nigeria that everybody's into, but how is your business different from somebody else? We learn these things every day, and growing is something that I want everybody to experience. I can't be doing business and it's happening the same way, the same time, the same thing. There's no difference. There's nothing. For all of you that have been consistent on this show, I know you. I know people that will always join every time I'm live. Benjamin, I really appreciate you. Niniola, I really thank you. Maria, Amaka, I thank you. Adenike, I thank you. What's the other girl's name? I really appreciate you. There are people that I know that have always been a part of Also Go Pay. Every time we are live, they are there. Every time we are live, they are inviting someone. Consistency. They are not just here because of the gains, the money. Today, maybe some people thought we are not giving money because last time we did not give, so they did not join. People that know that, people that always join, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate. It's not about the money, it's about what we are learning. So I really want to thank you all for being a part of Also Go Pay. Thank you for joining us every time we go live. Thank you for being a blessing to this show and this platform. And I am praying for each and every one of you that your business will not die in your hands. Your dreams will not die with you. Whatever you have set up, whatever business adventure you are going into, whatever dreams you have, I'm praying that as you learn from this platform, you also apply the knowledge into your business growth. If you have a question, this will be a good time to ask your questions. We are wrapping up, we are ending today's live broadcast. If you have a question, so guys, if you have not shared this link, please do us well to share it. Give us a like, give us, let us see your comments coming on while we keep the music going. So Adenike, send us your account details on Messenger. Benjamin, Chinyere, Amaka, okay? Send us your info, then we will get the sponsor for today to credit you. So we have Adenike, we have Chinyere, we have Amaka for your contributions, for your likes, for your comments. Send us your details and you will get today's goodies. Agnes, thank you for joining. Thank you, Mrs. Quinswera. Thank you, Adenike. Thank you, Adeniran, for watching. For all of you that have joined today, thank you. Thank you. If you have any question, feel free to ask your question. Thank you, Patience, for joining. God bless you all and have a beautiful weekend. Thank you all. Thank you and have a good day. Thank you. Bye.